Hello. Welcome to another episode of the Mayday Mayhem podcast and stream. And today, if you read the title, um, has anyone noticed like a change in the weather? And let me tell you what I'm talking about. Now, if you haven't noticed lately, we have been having mega droughts, mega floods all over literally the whole entire world, to be honest. Like even now we know parts around the world has a lot of water, like Italy. You know what I'm saying? They saying in a couple of years Italy is going to be underwater. But now Italy is even in a drought. Italy, for reals, for reals. There's even a river in Colorado that's apparently drying up due to the record number of low temperatures we've had, high temperatures we've had. Like hell, I stay in the Midwest, and we have had some record high temperatures a little earlier than usual. Like we get our really, really hot weather around August. That's when it really get that real hot, but the weather has been off track. It's been hot one day, cold the next, rainy. Like literally one day we had all four seasons in one day. It was raining, then it went to sleet, then it went to snow, then it went back to warm outside. It's like what like for real, what the hell is going on? Like are you for real? You can't be for real. But there may be a reason on why this is happening. Now, if some of you did not know, um a volcano erupted Hunga Tonga. That's what we're gonna call it because I can't pronounce all that long word. No disrespect or disrespect anything to the people the of Hunga Tonga, but I'm not gonna butcher your name like that. I'm just not gonna do that because I don't want to be disrespectful. But it was a actual uh volcano erupted. Yeah, an actual volcano actually erupted. And this volcano was actually seen from space. And even what makes it more interesting, this volcano was it erupted underwater. Now, if we do know something about volcanoes, and some people don't know nothing about it, I know just a smidge. But again, I like geography and all the other BS. Um, when okay, what is a volcano? A volcano is nothing but a mountain. Like mountains ain't nothing but old volcanoes. Okay. So if you see, them little Appalachian mountains and all that, those used to be volcanoes at one point in time. A continental drift and all that jazz that they teach us in science and all that. Yeah. Okay. Got it. We caught up. Cool. Now, when a volcano erupts, it puts ash and all that other BS into the atmosphere, which will block out sunlight from our sun. So guess what? If it's cold and we don't have the sun to heat us up, that means what? We're not going to heat up. It's going to get a little bit colder. It has happened times and times and times again. If you look back at 1816, in 1816, around the world, that was known the year without a summer. Why was it a year without a summer? Because Mount Tambora, again, in the area of Indonesia, erupted. And it was so bad that the temperature literally changed drastically. Hey, Benj, think of what's cracking, baby. How you doing? Howdy, partner. How you doing, Bench Thinker? How you feeling, baby? We're talking about this weather right now. How it's been crazy. Now, in Mount Tambora, that happened April 5th of 1815. Now, we going back way over 100 years. This happened April 5th of 1815 when Mount Tambora erupted in Indonesia. And the temperature fell about between 0.17 in between 1 degrees. On Earth, that's a lot. They've been talking about greenhouse effects since the 1980s, 1990s, and how, if we don't have enough plant life to eat up the carbon, we won't produce enough oxygen, and then it's going to stop the photosynthesis. And again, I'm going back to 4th and 5th grade science shit. Like, I ain't even know my man could go back that far, but unfortunately it did. But still, that happened in April. Now, in 1816, I am well, binge thinker. How are you? I hope all is well. Hope everything's good with the fam. Everything's great. I appreciate you and I thank you for listening. But it's gonna get a little trippy. It's gonna get a little trippy, baby. It's gonna get a little trippy. But now that happened in 1815. Again, we have around 1884. The northern hemisphere, again, we dropped as much as 2 degrees. Why was that? We had Krakatoa that erupted in 1883, which is actually the loudest sound ever heard by man that was a natural event. So it's actually one of the loudest recorded sounds heard. I will not play it here because I'm not finna bust nobody's eardrums the way I fucked up and bust up my eardrums trying to listen to it. But yeah, it's almost like a roaring roar, crazy sound, like whoa. And that was heard. And not to mention, the tsunamis that came along with it, the drought, the floods, the again, blocking out of the sun. It cooled down Earth 2 degrees. Now we're here in 2020, where let me share the screen for you so you can see Hunga Tonga. Now this literally was captured from space. Okay. Now when it happened in January, I was like, whoa, that's crazy. But this actually was captured from space. So we're going to listen and watch. Now you're going to see explosion. And as you're seeing that explosion, that's actually Hunga Tonga, an underwater volcano that was literally seen from space. Now they've captured it in all different places, and the credit goes to the NOAA government, of course. But you can actually see this volcano erupting from space, and they have all different directions. Again, no one was expecting this to happen, um, but the ash plume went very high up in the air. Like we talking way past almost Krakatoa. It went into our stratosphere. This volcano erupted so bad. I'm gonna pause. This volcano erupted so bad that literally it traveled around the world from what they've gathered for what 6 times in a matter of 4 days. It literally pinged around the world 6 times in a matter of 4 days. Well, we're going to say 6 times that we know of because they're still studying actually, what damage did Tonga volcano eruption do to the world, because again, we don't know. We don't know. And if you look back again, like my mom always said, history will give you kind of a predecessor of the future. If you look back in history, you can literally see every time it was a big explosion or a big disruption with the atmosphere with volcanoes or earthquakes, because it was one earthquake that was had what in Indonesia yet again that like literally allegedly knocked us off 3 seconds. So again, we have strange anomalies that happen in our world, and when we have eruptions and things are introduced into the atmosphere, we see a change. Now, I'm willing to bet my bottom dollar. I'm telling y'all now, you listening to me now, listen. While it's still summertime, before it hit wintertime, y'all better get your extra blankets, your extra boots, extra warm clothing, because next year it ain't gonna be no hot girl summer. I'm sorry. No, you better get all that hot girl summer shit out your system right now, because next year it's gonna be a cold chick winter. You're gonna be walking around here in sweaters and jackets in June and July, because we are not going to get that record high heat that we're used to getting. Why? Because the sun is going to literally be blocked out, or whatever heat source we get it from, it's going to be blocked out. Why do I say that? Because you've seen it time and time again. Again, Krakatoa happened in 1883, which was one of the loudest sounds recorded by man. And then literally in 1884, the temperature dropped by as much as 2 degrees. Again, Mount Tambora went off in Indonesia, April 5th of 1815. In April 16th, 1816 is known as the year without a summer. Again, we have technology at our fingertips. These are things that we literally can search and pull up. Again, this all happened, and now we're living in real-time event. We're seeing explosions like this happen from the earth being angry or pissed off because we're not taking care of her as we should. It's running. Yes. Yeah, well, it all is psychological warfare, because if you look at what we're going through, we're always on the brink of war, brink. And now, especially with what's going on with Ukraine and Russia, like the whole world is watching. So it's no. I agree with you, Bench Thinker. I totally agree. And then if you look at what's happening now, this has happened. Our I bid you not wait till next year this time. It's gonna be cold as hell. And I'm gonna be nice and warm with my blankets and covers that I didn't get on sale from Marshalls, Kohl's, Rose, Family Dollar, wherever you can get them on sale. You better get them, because next year you're gonna need them. And then again, let's not forget, we're having droughts. Colorado is actually about to dry up. And again, parts of Texas. Yeah, it is vibrational, Bench Thinker, because, again, we are human beings, just like animals. When they say when a ship is going down, when you see the rats start to come to surface, that means every crevice of that ship is filled with water till the rats have to climb. Yellowstone has recently, they had a horrendous flood that wiped out half of their national park. And let's not forget, Yellowstone, everyone doesn't realize, oh, it's a national park. Yellowstone is a caldera. If you don't know what a caldera is, it's like what you see on that screen by times 3. Yeah, It ain't nothing nice. It's right in the middle of America. They've had mudslides. They've had roads cut off, unprecedented weather, and they flood actually came from the mountain water again heating up and melting, and it produced mudslides that knocked out their whole roads in knocked out the whole roads in Yellowstone. Again, that's something that's sitting on top of a caldera, a volcano. Look, bench thinker, us, we need this extra weight on us, okay? My sister, we need this weight on us. Why do we need this weight on us? Because when times get hungry, our fat is gonna eat itself. We're gonna survive. They always talk about, ooh, the chunky people. Ooh, ooh. We gonna eat off ourselves. See, skinny people ain't got nothing to eat off of. They all bones. They miss 1 or 2 meals, it's over with. But see, me being thinker, if I miss 1 or 2 meals, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's okay. Pandemic helped me bulk up and get ready for this. That's why I needed this extra little fluff on me, because I'm gonna need it for next year. I already know what's cracking. I'm gonna need it for next year. My body is again, like I was just saying, animals know when shit is finna go sideways. You see deers running out the forest, there's a hunter there. Or a crocodile and found their ass, found the stash, a kids, little bambies or something running around there. Deers run. It's a wolf out here. They're running. Humans, we the same way. Our bodies literally are grounded to earth. We come from earth. So we are again animals. So when our bodies tell us some shit is about to go down, our bodies start prepping for it, and we don't even know what's going on. We really don't know until it's too late. Be like, that's why I gained that extra 40 pounds. I knew I was going to need it. I knew it. I knew it. I'm glad I fattened the kids up too. Children, it's going to be a cold winter. Yes, we have enough food. However, I'm glad we have this extra weight on us. Binge, think, don't let nobody tell you, oh, I'm overweight. Oh, I'm unhealthy. Look, baby, some of this weight is health on us. Okay? That's how our ancestors and our grandpas and great-great-grandmamas in them and great-great-grandpapas in them lived to be 154 years old. And what did they eat extra every morning? They had a slab of ham. They had grits. They had eggs. They had a lot of shit. A lot. They had a lot of shit. And guess what? They said they ate that for 74 years. And the only day they missed was the day they had to go get married to their spouses. That was the only day they missed. Because that day they had extras because people had cooked for them. But other than that, that's what they ate. And guess what? Healthy, strong. Like, do you understand, bench thinker? I have seen 85-year-old men push trucks. Trucks. I have seen 22-year-old boys that can't even pick up a tire, let alone the spare. So what's that telling you? That maybe what the 80-year-old man is eating might be a little healthier for me. He can push a car. Shit, I want to be 85 and push a car. Hell, I don't want to be 22 and can't pick up a spare tire. Let alone the rim. You almost have car in there picking up the rim. Like, oh my God, it was so heavy. Well, sir, what did you eat today? Hey, I had a blunt and a chicken nugget. See, that's what the fuck is wrong with you. The weed is okay, but the chicken nugget, you need more than that. That's the problem. So that weight, we need that. It's all good. I'm sorry, bench think I have weight, and I likes my weight. I'm fine with it. It builds character. But anyway, again, you're going to see where we're having floods. What was this? South Carolina, where they literally had a storm that tore them apart. Just think about all the massive storms we have been having over the past few months. Just think. Like again, it was a storm that came through my town here. I'll never forget this day. On June 13th, came through here. They told us literally a small tornado touched down, and it only hit 3 blocks. It hit my block, the block behind me, and the block in front of me. I think that tornado was on some bullshit. I think it was, But again, none of my property was touched. Everyone's property was fine. No one was hurt. We was out of power for about 18, 19 hours. But again, and the storm came out of nowhere. But again, if you're from the Midwest, or if you're from any place where it's not that humid, you can, again, like I said, we are animals. We are creatures. We can feel when things are finna go crazy. Have you ever went outside and you felt it's so hot? Oh no, bench thinker, I didn't see it. The fucked up part about it was when the storm happened, all of us went to the lower level of my house. So it's kind of soundproof. We didn't hear it. We were able to look out the window and see, like, oh, wow, it was daylight. Now it's dark. So we went to the lowest level. And when we came back up, we heard alarms and stuff. But that was, of course, everyone's cars was going off. And that's when the lights went out on us. And we was like, okay, just stay here until, it kind of calmed down. Once it calmed down and we came outside, we literally saw trees scattered everywhere. It was bad. It was bad. But again, it was one of those days when you knew a storm was coming, but you didn't know how bad it was. Have you ever went outside? Again, I'm sure some of my people that's in the Midwest, I don't know how it is in like California, Florida, New York, how y'all weathers is. But I know here in like Chicago, in the Midwest, if it gets so hot, it's like that humid hot when it's almost you can't breathe hot. A storm is coming. A thunderstorm is coming. That's what they call thunderstorms. You can feel a storm is coming. And literally it was like that. It was so hot. And it was so muggy that day. And it was just like, we sitting in the house chilling. And, and it was strange because I usually don't do this. But this day particularly, I had my back door open. And I was just sitting the way my house is. I was just sitting. And you can see the sky. And I'm like, it looks kind of dark out here. I bet it's finna rain. Next thing I know, they telling us, tornado warning. You need to take cover now, get away from windows. And we was like, oh, okay. But what I'm getting to is you felt it. It was something you can feel. Have you ever heard some people say they can smell the rain? We've heard our elders and other people that say, oh no, I can feel it in my bones. It's going to rain, and it damned if they not better than the meteorologists. I'm just saying it is a human nature of things to feel. And when we have these volcanoes going off like this, and it literally circled the world 6 times in 4 days, to where it reached so high into the stratosphere to where it was seen from space. Now, some of y'all be listening to me. I be doing my conspiracy theories, and I be listening to them, and sometimes I indulge with them. But I don't want to hear shit saying that space don't exist, because we see this volcano erupting. And now it's to the fact to where the volcano that erupted in January is now causing Antarctica to have pink skies. Exactly, bench thinker. Like, it's something, I don't know. It's, you can smell it. It has this kind of funky water type smell to it, and you could just smell it in the air. And you know it's rain. And you can even feel the moisture in it. So yes, absolutely. But then again, when you have volcanoes going off to where again you're having pink skies in Antarctica, that's telling me that okay, this volcano that happened over here in the Pacific little ocean over here by Indonesia, then did some things. Cause there's no way you telling me that didn't do nothing to the whole world, and the way it imploded to now where like literally you see it from nothing to something. They have classified it to with, like a nuclear bomb going off. They have classified it to a nuclear bomb going off. So when you have something like that imploding over, and then it happened in the ocean, let's not forget that. If it would have been like Krakatoa, which stood high, like Mount Everest high, Krakatoa was high as shit until it blew its top. Mount Tambora was a very high, high top. Don't forget Pompeii. That was a very cataclysmic event that happened on the globe, and we saw effects from history. Again, you want to see what's happening in what's going to happen now? Take a look at history. We have this explosion that happened, and again, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to be bad. We're going to have floods. We're going to have droughts. Hell, parts of Texas, they are literally saying that they're having to reserve the water in Texas because of droughts. Parts of Colorado, they are drying up because of what? The droughts. They're not getting enough rain. Then you have some places, Yellowstone, where it's so much rain, so much melt that's going on that again, it's creating floods. It's creating devastating things to happen. And us as humans, we should take this as a predecessor of something drastic is happening. Now, could this be a reason why, again, like Bench Thinker and I both agree that, some people can discern, the smell of rain. You can smell in the air. Now, with this volcano erupting in January, could this be a reason why everyone around the world is losing their shit? Let's not forget, Afghanistan, they literally just had like back-to-back earthquakes to where so many people have died. Like, you're not hearing this on the news. You're not going to see this on the news. You're not going to see it. You're not. Where there's literally an earthquake in Afghanistan and where so many people are dying. Again, this is something that's worldwide. And see, that grid outage, that was another thing. that happened in Texas. Why was that something that happened in Texas? Because they told them this storm was coming. They told them the storm was coming, and you know they're going to have this, because again, that's why we see other things in the news right now that are not really important to us as the real quote unquote consumers. We're not seeing the things that are of importance. They show us what they want to see us, what they want to show us. Now, when that storm happened in Texas, they told them it's a storm coming. You better get ready. You better get ready. We have the grid. Now, Texas has its own grid system where, like here in Illinois, let's say for instance, Illinois lost all their power for some freak accident, a few hundred transformers blow, and we lose all our power. We are on a grid system where we can get power from Michigan, Wisconsin, Indiana, Kentucky, Iowa, all surrounding states we can pull energy from. Same way with Nebraska, Colorado, Kansas. Texas is the only place in America where you cannot pull, where they have their own grid where they cannot pull. And see, again, here, I am a Midwesterner. I was born and raised in Chicago, so I'm very used to the cold weather. I'm used to it. These people in Texas literally froze in 30 and 40-degree weather. And a lot of people up north, up here, couldn't understand, well, why did they freeze? Again, their pipes busted. They were without heat. These people are not used to being in sub-zero weather like we are used to. Just like when we have heat waves up here, we have massive heat waves up here, and literally they have to count the bodies. I'm serious. The last bad heat wave I can remember us having, oh God, was a few years ago, but the worst one that I can remember was in the 90s. That's the worst one I remember, where literally the cook counter's corners office was filled to where they had no place to put people. Hey, red pill, neon matrix woke. You know how it is here you know how it is in Chi. You know exactly how it is. You know how it gets so hot to where we can't deal with no 105-degree weather. We can't even deal with 99. We be walking around here passing out 99-degree weather. But again, in Texas, they can take it because they're used to it. They grew up in it. Exactly. See, we have that, and then don't forget, we have Lake Michigan, all that fresh water lake, that fresh water. So again, we have that high humidity here. We can't take it. Down there, they don't have the humidity. But even though they is by that Gulf of Mexico, they is by that Gulf water. So I would imagine they would have some humidity down there, but maybe not as much as we have here. They by the Gulf of Mexico, and then they have the what's that? The Pacific Ocean on the other side, or Atlantic? No, gotta get my oceans right, y'all. Gotta get it right in my head, not in my office. But you literally see it's a difference. But when that grid system went down, they asked them, "Are you ready for the storm? Are you ready?" They asked them, "Oh yeah, we're ready for the storm. We're ready." What happens? Storm comes through. The turbines that they're supposed to use to rotate on, what happens? They freeze up. Why did they freeze up? They wasn't ready for the storm. Again, we have these storms that come through and roll through. Is Mother Earth pissed? I would say so. Yes, Mother Earth is I did say that, bench thinker. And she is kind of pissed. Look how we treat the earth. We don't treat the earth with respect. We what they call so much fossil fuel that they say that is messing with the ozone layer and all this, that, and third, magnetic field. We don't give to the earth. Just like with the Georgia Guidestones. I know Ben's think remember this, like with the Georgia Guidestones. How it says, leave room for earth, leave room for nature. That's what it was, leave room for nature. We as humans, we don't leave room for nature. It's like more of what we call nature versus what should be considered nature. Nature is not cutting down all the trees. Nature is not building condominiums instead of parks. That's not nature. Nature is to nurture the earth, nurture the world. As you can see, again, with the explosion that happened in Tonga, they're showing you exactly where it is. When that volcano erupted, again, Mother Nature was pissed. They even show you like before and after pictures of what this small island looked like and how, it's pretty much split in half. No, that grid in Texas can't take me. That's why Texas even had um Texas had it to where they could have been shut off. I mean, not shut off, but they could have used the resources from each other, from the other states. They chose not to because they wanted to be on their own grid. Like literally, if you look at Texas, that'll be a conversation for another time. Texas is like its own little country in itself. Like certain shit that they do in Texas, the other 49, 50, however many states it is now, they keep removing them and taking them. I don't know. I blame it on the Mandela effect. Um, they keep again not telling the truth, not wanting to share. They want to make their own little cub and not know what's going on. A lot of shit goes on in Texas that we don't know about. Look at what's going on the border of Texas. Look at what's going on with you, Vlad, Texas shooting. And you, Vlad, has been in history books before, back here in the 70s, when they shut down for up to 4 months because they did not want to pay the teachers there the same amount of money as they was paying the other surrounding schools because it was mostly immigrants that went to UVlad. So again, they started falling apart when they started cutting down trees in the Amazon. They've been cutting down trees in the Amazon so long. It's ridiculous. I'm shocked. There's probably computer generated trees we seeing because and then they say, oh, recycle. But then you see so many videos of what's supposed to be recycled. It's floating in the damn ocean. I thought you were supposed to be recycling that. Again. Yeah, Texas is its own country. They got a lot of shit going on in Texas. One point in time, I wanted to move to Texas. I'm like, this city slicker gonna stay right on up here where she belong in the shy. I don't think that would be the place for me. I don't think that. I don't think that would be right. I don't think that'll be a good move for Mayday. I don't think that'll be a good move. Especially with I be getting in a lot of trouble up here in Chicago. So yeah, Texas might not be too kind to me. Yeah, look, red pill, neon, matrix woke. I'm gonna call you red pill for sure. If that's okay with you, boo, that's all right. Red pill, baby. I know so many people that left Chicago because of the violence here. And I'm not gonna lie, Chicago it's violent. but it's no violent than any other metropolitan area. It's violent. I'm not gonna lie. It's crime. But you still have the people that left the upper echelon of what I call, you know, the Magnificent Mile in Chicago. A lot of people left like Rogers Park. I'm trying to think of the little towns, but it's still part of Chicago, little neighborhood Chicago, but up north. They left all that because they was tired of the violence and crime that goes on in Chicago, which I can't blame them. And a lot of them went to Texas, and yeah, now they're stuck in Texas because it's a lot of crime that goes on in Texas, but it goes under the radar. Look at the 53 people or 53 or 59 people that was found inside of that truck that was from Texas, that was in Texas. All them people that was deceased in there, and now they're talking about giving the truck driver life. But this wasn't his first time transporting people over the border in hot conditions, which is why that's torture. Those people literally died of heat exhaustion. That's like suffocating. And where did it happen at? In Texas. Laredo, that's where they had the supermarket shooting. Where did it happen? In Texas, along the border. Again, you Vlad is in so much damn trouble. I don't see how they gonna get out of this. There were over 23 different police entities there. Over 400 different police officers there. It was over 90 something officers allegedly in the hallway and on the perimeter, but still 19 children and two adults died because they didn't want to go in because one 18-year-old boy had a gun. Again, I don't know if it's the mentality of humanity that's deteriorating because, or again, like I spoke about, animals acting out when they sense danger or shit is wrong. Are we as human beings acting out because we sense something is wrong with the world? Are we sensing that nature is kind of off balance and like we didn't had a oopsie moment? You know, a lot left after that storm to rebuild. They did the same, or they used them to rebuild. Exactly. New Orleans, I remember I went to New Orleans, oh God, in the 90s. And I was too young to understand New Orleans. Who child? I didn't understand them French quarters, but I understand now. But I remember prior to Hurricane Katrina, Hurricane Harvey that came through there and tore New Orleans up. New Orleans has not been the same since. It has not been the same since. It's part of New Orleans that they still have not gotten out of from Hurricane Harvey. But it was so much money poured in. It's still so many people that have displaced families from Hurricane Harvey, Hurricane Katrina, that they still have not seen. A lot of children and other adolescents came up missing too. Again, these storms are getting bigger, and we're finna start seeing hurricane season. You don't think it's going to get worse? You don't think it's going to get worse? We are literally in majority of America is in a drought right now. Why? Because of the heat. Why is it because of the heat? We had this volcano that go off, and now the Arctic is having pink skies. So I'm just saying, that's a lot. Yes. Law enforcement is not equipped to handle mass shootings. A grand number of cops are binge thinker. You must be my other sister from another mister or something. I don't know. You too, Red Pill. We all must be related some type of way. I don't know. CERN is upping its energy and is messing with people's mind, causing them people to go. Yes. CERN just popped open its large hadron collider. What? Back here, the beginning part of July. And what happened when they popped it open? They said, oh, it was a crack in the magnetic field, and they had to hurry up and stop it. Again, it's alleged that CERN is letting out demons. They're letting out other bad entities that are corrupting the world. And I cannot say, yes, I remember when Alaska was warmer than Chicago. It was, wasn't that during that Jesse Smollett time, Red Pill? You from Chicago, you know about the Smollett. If I'm not mistaken, that was when we had that polar vortex. And Jesse Smollett want to walk around here playing games at a Subway for a fish sandwich that ain't even real fish and a salad. It was colder. It was warmer in Alaska than it was in Chicago. Literally, y'all ever seen the picture the day after tomorrow? Chicago looked like that bullshit, okay? Instead of New York skyline, we had the Chicago skyline. We literally had memes saying the day after tomorrow is now. Yes, it was fit. And look, I still can't get over Jesse Smollett doing that shit. It was 50. Do y'all understand here in Chicago? They told us if we catch your dog outside, we putting your ass in jail. That's how cold it was. We had Alaskan Huskies out there saying, oh no, bitch, I'm taking the poopsies in the house today. You better open that bag up and hold it for me. I will pee in the shower today, Dad. I'm telling you, it was that cold here. It was so cold. And that's the day he want to go out here playing. Talking about a fish sandwich and a salad. And you still ate the fish. Look, I have been assaulted before in my life. And when I was assaulted, I couldn't eat for 2 days. But you eating a sandwich right then and there. I'm done. I can't do it. She's an empire. Our vibration overwhelmed by all this fucking. Yes, look. I'm so sick of all. Look, we are free to cuss on this channel. I'm sick of this fuck shit. It's so stupid. It's the dumbest thing ever. It really is. And again, you see people that sit back and watch like, is the world going crazy? Like, is it something that they're putting in shots or food? Man, look, Red Pill, that wind chill will knock a nipple off. I'm telling you. You go outside like, whoo, that nipple gone. It's on the ground. Now you ain't got no nipple. It's be that cold. Like I have been so cold to where I fucked up and went outside without a scarf. And I don't care what nobody say. I have my bashbushka and my scarf wrapped around me. And I be having the big old scarves. One day I left my scarf. And I had to walk literally like 2 minutes to my job. Do you know I had all type of cuts on my face? Like the wind literally cut me. I didn't know it was little shards of ice fucking me up that day. But it tore me up. I had to borrow somebody. This is pre-COVID. I'm like, man, let me borrow your scarf. I'll bring it back to the door. Let me just borrow your scarf to the car, bro. Yeah, I borrowed that scarf to the car and gave it right back to him. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Yeah, it be that cold. It bees that cold. But again, when you look at all the floods, the earthquakes, again, we are having a record amount of earthquakes. Afghanistan had an earthquake. Iraq had an earthquake. We've been having literally little mini earthquakes around St. Louis and like the Carolinas. They've been having little earthquakes, little tremors that, you know, we're used to little ink here, but not up to no 20, 30 a day. Again, is the earth angry because we have not been taking care of the earth? And is the earth also trying to um give us a pre-warner, a precursor, like, look, y'all need to calm down. China Brain True did a thing on schizophrenia. And actually, those who are absorbing negative energy and actually are hearing voices, we can. You know what, Red Pill? I did actually see something about that where I don't know what channel it was on because I watch so much um stuff on TV and I read so much, where they did do something where schizophrenia patients, they said that it was like negative energy. It was like bad spirits that were entering them that again we can hear. Yeah, we have had earthquakes here in Chicago. They've been so small that you can't feel them. But you know, if you have like a sound house, like I kind of have like a sound house, and if I'm here, you know, like a truck passed by on my block, which they not supposed to be coming down too hard, it'll shake my house. So a lot of people, you know, especially in the higher rises, they were like, yeah, we did see the earthquakes. Yeah, we did feel the earthquakes. We did. So, you know, yeah, we have earthquakes here. And downstate Illinois have earthquakes also, like around Moline and southern part of Illinois, they have earthquakes around St. Louis. You know, and again, a lot of people don't understand that there is a fault line under St. Louis. It's called the Mandrid Fault Line. And what is a fault line? That is where tectonic plates, what cause earthquakes to happen. So yes, we have one right, what they call in the heart of America. Yeah, it's the Mandrid little fault line right there under St. Louis. And when we have our earthquakes, that's what's shifting under there. That's shifting underneath us. They're always talking about the big one in California. What's that? The San Andreas fault line. That if that ever buckles or busts, that it will be California will become its own island. It'll become, and I can believe it. They're saying that even parts of Florida will be covered by water. And we can honestly see that now. Look at the sinkholes that they was having in Florida last year. Y'all remember that sinkhole that collapsed under a building and took half of the building down with it? Mm-hmm. Yes, that beach is getting smaller and smaller. And let's not forget, not only is the beach getting smaller and smaller, that sand is absorbing more and more of that water. You know, that's like sand, like again, them holes. Just said the shit. Fibro brain. Um, them sinkholes in Florida. Literally whole buildings are going down. A lot of coastal land along beaches and bigger ponds is not going to be safe because that sand is going to slowly turn into a jelly and start sinking. Like in over here again, off the coast of Florida, they had to evacuate so many people off of that property. So many other buildings had to be evacuated. Why? Because it was sinkholes there. And why is the sinkholes there? Because that land is shrinking. Why is that land shrinking? Because more water is gathering. That's why. It's gathering. You're going to see more and more stuff like that. Again, you're going to be around these small tremors. And it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And beaches are going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. If you looked at Yellowstone, let me see if I can pull it up on this one. How the Yellowstone flooded. Whole houses that have been there for 30, 40 years, gone. Literally went floating. Went floating. I'm pulling it up. Let's see. Yeah. Let me see. It should be it. It's coming up. New York being boroughs will completely go underwater. Lakeshore Drive has been shut down quite a few times due to waves. If a tsunami hits Chicago, we all go. You damn right if a tsunami hits Chicago, we all go. Now they holler, now New York, they don't have much room to go because again, you have millions and millions of people stacked in a small compiled area, and they have that whole big ass ocean right there in front of them. They got a whole ocean. See, we have to worry about the lakes. We have to worry about if the lakes overflow. And again, they shut down, man, they shut down Lakeshore Drive and Lower Wacker every year at least 20, 30 times, especially in the wintertime. Lower Wacker is always shut down in the wintertime. Lower Lakeshore Drive is always shut down in wintertime. Why? Because the waves get so high, they freeze over, they make icy conditions. Then sometimes the waves get so high that they have to shut down the top part of Lakeshore Drive to where you can't take part of the 55 to get to where you're going. So yeah, let a nice little surge of water or a nice little what they call, if we have a nice little earthquake that really hit Lake Michigan the right way, then yeah, we're going to have a problem. We're going to have a problem. See, and look, I'm on the screen now. Again, with Yellowstone.
Is at its highest elevation in more than 100 years. Unprecedented rainfall causing heavy flooding and rock slides in the park. The entrances to the park are temporarily closed. They will be so for at least the next 2 days. So from Gardner,
Watch
Montana,
this
the entire
house.
building collapsed into the river. The town is now isolated without power and water. That is just amazing. Joining us now, CNN Chief Climate Correspondent Bill Weir. Bill, looking at these pictures from Yellowstone.
Now, do you see? You have literally whole buildings. Now, this is Yellowstone again. We do know Yellowstone is over a volcano. You do know that.
There, at one point there in Montana, it crested
Unprecedented rainfall.
and so as you can see,
places that we have too much rain, and then places where it's not enough rain.
Devouring power that came through and just collapsing bridges, taking away pieces of the highway as well. It's really troubling. They had to evacuate some folks by raft in there. Some may still be stranded in there, but it's going to take a long time just to assess the damage to wells and wastewater treatment. So
this is recent. This just happened.
Huge river, right? It traverses such.
This just happened, Bench Thinker.
So how long? You
happened in June.
It's going to take a while. How long will the park be closed, do you think?
It's closed at least until Wednesday. Could be longer than that as they wait for that water to subside. And it's the worst timing because this is the start of the tourist season. They get about 3 million visitors a year, Yellowstone. A lot of families plan their vacation around this. And so it all remains to be seen.
Here, because there is a possible climate connection here, which in addition to all the rain they're having more melting than usual.
Exactly.
More melting than usual.
Heat high in the Rockies. And again, that's your water tank. You want it to be consistent and slow and predictable because that water hopefully is going to get you through to the fall. But when it's that warm up there, it comes down so fast. That's troubling as well. Climate attribution science is fastly developing. It takes a while to say, all right, this wouldn't have happened without man-made global warming by X percentage. But it's all consistent with what the scientists have been telling us for a long time. More intense weather events more frequently.
What does this portend for the
And as you can see, all that house, that red building, they had been there for some 30 years. That whole building gone. The cities in New York are small. Yeah. In Texas, yep, it's a place of its own. Yeah. The environment, not only environment causes states to separate, ignorance causes states to separate too. Just people being fucking ignorant, to be honest. But yeah, this is recent. This happened in June. This literally just happened. And it happened actually June 13th, 2022. Yep, greed, exactly, red pill. It happened June 2022. June 13th. That's when that flood happened. Whole houses gone. Now they have opened up parts of Yellowstone, but it's not completely open. But as you can see, flood and melt. But we have a drought that's going on right now in the United States. We have a drought. It's a drought in California. It's a drought in Texas. It's a drought in Colorado. It's a drought. And again, in Texas, record-shattering heat due to drought conditions. It's so hot that the water is drying up. Then allegedly it was so hot that all the livestock died. Now the other ranchers are rushing to sell the livestock because the heat, they know they can't tolerate the heat anymore. And then let's not forget, what else are we dealing with here in America? Gas prices sky high. Fossil fuel. Now we have places that are having earthquakes, places that are having droughts, places that are having floods. All again. See, you see your brother get sand in his house and y'all, okay, and see, there's no way you should get sand in your house and you live 10 blocks from the beach. That's over at least a mile and a quarter. There's no way you should have sand in your house if you haven't been to the beach. Again, everything's getting smaller. And then as you see the things about everything getting smaller, do you see the price of everything goes higher? You get a smaller portion for a higher amount. Again, I ain't trying to go all biblical on y'all, but y'all know it said like in Revelations, the man would pay his week's wages for like a loaf of bread. Everything is so high. Price of inflation is so high. And again, that's to cover up the underlying thing that's going on with nature not being in balance, with humans, us not being in balance with nature. If we could get back in balance with nature, maybe Mother Earth wouldn't be so mad. Because right now she's pissed and she's not done. Like, I don't think she's done. I think she wants some more. She just giving us a tip of what she has. But again, you have droughts. You have us, our own man-made catastrophes that we're doing. The things that we're doing to each other, instead of helping each other, we hinder each other. Instead of building up one another, we crack down and tear down on one another. if humankind would actually band together, this would be a utopia of a world we could have. We really could. Instead of it being underlying greed and, oh, I have more than you, or I'm better than you, or I eat the right foods and I eat more than, we can all eat together. We can all live together. But again, what's the root of all evil? Greed. Everyone says money is the root of all evil. No, I believe greed is the root of all evil. Because everybody can have money and be happy, but it becomes when you become greedy that you become backbiting, you become backstabbing, you become more volatile towards your fellow man. Oh, baby, these sun flares is popping like crazy. Yeah, I watch those channels, Red Pill. I do. Where they talk about the solar maximum and how we're having solar flares and how we can knock out our knock out all the telecommunications we have, and how we can knock down our power grid, and how our magnetic field is not as strong as it used to, and how it's not able to fight against these solar flares that we're having, which I can believe it, because this sun is hot as fuck. Like, I ain't gonna lie, this sun is hot as hell, man. This sun will burn my ass. Now, as you can see on that picture, I am that chocolate. Yes, I am that dark and luscious. Yes, I am. And the sun be tearing my ass up. The sun be tearing me up. I be like, hold on, Mr. Sun. Let me rejuvenate for a minute and let me go back in, because you about to burn my ass. Yes, we have greed. Greed is a reason we won't help each other. Jealousy. What you call the 7 deadly sins. Lust. Being prideful, wanting to have vengeance. A lot of this is the reason why we won't help each other. When back in the day, it was a such thing called being humble, having some type of humility to yourself, having some type of respects, morals about yourself. It seems like now no one has any morals, no one has any respect, no one has any more guide and light anymore. Hell yeah, it's 100 degrees all over the world. It says that sun is, and again, bench thinker, I could be wrong, but again, every time sun start popping off shit, things start happening with the world. Things start happening in the world. Sun getting hotter. Now look, I don't know how many of y'all grew up like I grew up. But I grew up thinking and knowing that the sun come out in the morning and the moon come out at night. That was, you remember the little guys used to tell us, hello sun, it's morning. Hello moon, it's night. Remember those songs? Y'all don't understand how fucking wigged out I have been over the past several years, that when I go outside, I see the sun and the moon in the sky at the same time. And it's still puzzling to me. And some of my friends, they be trying to give me the theological plume to it, like, no, Mayday, no, you're not listening. The moon goes faster than the earth. It's in front of us, so you're going to always see the moon. I'm like, but if I'm seeing the moon here, and if it's dark in the other side of the world, like in China, shouldn't they see the moon? Oh, they can see it too. Scratch my head. How can they see the moon and I see the moon and I see the sun at the same time? That's theoretically impossible, unless you're telling me something about the world that I don't know about. Somebody gonna have to tell me something. Exactly, Red Pill. Look, Red Pill, I have a little patch of land in my backyard. I am about to start growing my own. Look, Red Pill, you know what? You know what? I done got beat up a few times, because I'm like, look, you telling me you believe in the Bible, right? Yes. So if you believe in the Bible, then you believe in flat earth. No. What? The Bible said it's a firmament over us that keeps the water from above and the water from below. Like I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Just put it out there. Exactly, where we can help one another. And where it shouldn't be on a thing of how much are you going to pay for me? It should be a bartering type of thing. Okay, well, Miss Sally over here, she grows the fruits and vegetables, and all she asks in return, if you bring her fruit, if you want fruits and vegetables, you get whatever fruit and vegetable you want. All she asks you to do is mow her lawn. So that means you just got to mow her lawn and she'll give you fruits and vegetables. It's a bartering thing. Well, why can't she mow the lawn herself? Oh, her back is bad. Her knees is bad. She can't do it. But she provides fruits and vegetables for everyone in the neighborhood, long as her grass is mowed. That's all she wants. See, the pandemic is not over. The earth is thriving and will do so for a few more years. Pan is God. Now, wait. Hey, why we gotta put Pan as the god of chaos? Because I am a Capricorn, and we kind of fall on the Pan a little bit. Pan needs to calm down. He needs to sit down somewhere. If the earth was round, wouldn't Niagara Falls be flooding? I would say so, but they say, oh well, Niagara Falls flows into the Great Lakes, and the Great Lakes help flow to the Mississippi and the rivers and the lakes and the canals that they used to. I don't want to go all TLC on y'all right now, but that's what they say. I'm just saying. Used to be that way. Now it's every man for. Yes, community living properties overall. Not only do you have community living, you have community wealth, you have community growth, you have doctors, you have other physicians that's in a community that, look, you want me to come see about your big toe hurt? Just give me you're the butcher, just give me some food. That'll feed my family. Oh, damn. Judy, your lip hurt. Let me give you some ointment for that. Judy, don't you make cakes? Yes, I make cake. Well, I'll fix your lip if you make me a cake. Bartering, because Judy got all the shit for the sifting the flour, she got all that shit. Judy got it all because she's a baker. A bartering system, again, where we help each other instead of trying to be greedy and thrive and get over on each other. But again, now it's every man for themselves and God for us all. Where it should be, we should look out for each other. How do you think they had Black Wall Street? That's because everybody looked out for each other until it fell apart. And it wasn't by the blacks, African Americans, that had Black Wall Street. No, it wasn't by our doings. It was from what? Hate, greed, and jealousy. Yes, it promotes wellness if we look out for each other, because then we know that our food we're eating is not plastic food. You have people short, and what pisses me off is they show us how they make fake food, and then they put it up out here for our ass to eat, and we run and flock to it. Like, I'm not a big fan of the McDonald's. I'm not a big fan of the Burger Kings. No, because for one, it's processed meat. I don't know what the fuck is in it. It seems like every time I eat it, I get sick. So obviously that's my body, my nature, my nurture telling me it's something in that that's not good for you, that's making you sick. So you should not be eating it. And yes, you should. Should I be my brother's keeper? Should be I am my brother's keeper. Yeah, it's fake meat. It's fake meat. It's fake vegetables. It's fake everything. And let's not forget, if you're old enough to remember, or you can go and look back, back here about 30 years ago when they told the farmers to stop farming, to where they made their crops unable to grow. And now all of a sudden we have organic vegetables and organic food and organic meat that's grown in the lab. I don't want no damn lab meat. I don't want no damn lab tomato. Give me a damn tomato out the ground that grow from the earth. Give me that. And sometimes we should be our brother's keeper. Sometimes we do need that slight pull or tug from our brothers and sisters telling us, like, you know what you're doing is not right. What you're doing is, not cool. It's not cordial. Yes, it's fake Pepsi. Y'all remember the real Coke? The real Coca-Cola had real cocaine back in the day. They used to give it to toothaches, to kids. Put their ass sleep. Go sleep. But of course they took out cocaine because it became addictive. Of course. But that's why it was called Coca-Cola. They have fake Pepsi, fake food, fake everything. Everything is fake now. They stopped the real meat. Red Pill, I'm going to learn how to drop these damn links. I am going to learn because I don't know how to drop a link. I do not know how to drop a link. I'm learning because I'm used to uploading videos, and now I want to go live more because this is what I want to do. I want to grow a community like this so we could talk about things like this. Oh my God, the fake rice binge thinker. Oh Lord, that fake rice. They have fake everything. If you honestly, you go into your grocery stores right now, you don't know what's real or what's fake because you did not grow it. You did not process it. Why do you think back in the day when we was growing up, I know when I was growing up, we was told to drink whole milk. No, I'm on a computer. Let's see. It says something about, I see something that says invite. I'm on this is a Chrome. Right, I have StreamYard. And I'm still learning because it's actually been streamed over 3 different platforms. It's here, Facebook, and another Facebook group. I'm going to learn. Let me see what that do. I don't want to push that button. It might kick me off. I'm scared. Yes, invite. Okay. Let me see. Copy. Okay. I'm going to see if this works. Let's see. I don't know if that's going to work. Now, I put the link in there. Yay! See, I be learning today, y'all. See, I be learning sometimes. Okay, is this Red Pill? Let me add you to the stream. Hello? Hello? Okay, I got you on, Binge Thinker. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Bench Thinker. Can you all hear? I can't see anybody, but I can hear everybody.
Okay, I can see you. Red Pill, I can see you. It says that you're in the I guess you're in the back chat.
Okay.
Okay, because I can see you're on screen. I can hear
Yeah.
you.
I'm back. I'm in the back chat.
Okay.
So all you gotta do is bring me forward.
Okay. No, but I think you're on here. Oh yeah, you're definitely here. It says
And it seems like I have a slight delay.
I think you got a delay. Yeah, because Ben Thinker says they see both of us. I see both of us on my other device. So yeah, you're up. Mm-hmm. You're here, Red Pill.
I'm gonna back out and try to come back in.
Okay. So we're gonna get it right, y'all. We're gonna get it right. And if not, we'll be back tomorrow night about this time. Yeah, I think this is gonna be about a good time, about 6:30, 7 o'clock. All the children are. All right, we're back. All right, let's see. You're on, Red Pill. Hello?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay. What I want to I have such a delay.
No, I can hear you fine though.
Okay, I'm just gonna talk even though I'm delayed.
Yeah,
But
just talk.
today I was watching the video and it
Mm-hmm.
was talking about foods that we should eat and foods that we should.
Mm-hmm.
And, and basically, first of all, when you buy organic, you should look at the number that's on the produce that you're buying. If it has a number 9 on it, that means that it's organic.
Okay. And what if the other numbers mean?
And when we get to the milk situation, all of this happened by it's GMO,
Yes.
genetically modified, or it's engineer modified.
Yeah. It's genetically modified. GMOs.
So anyway, when they were talking about milk and they were talking about during the war,
Mm-hmm.
that this was back when Roosevelt was president, and
Mm-hmm.
they were trying to send so much milk over to the soldiers.
Hmm.
And once the war was over with, they had an over surplus of milk.
Uh-huh.
So they didn't want the milk to go to waste. So they started putting it in the school system.
Mm. I can see that. I can see that.
And milk does not have vitamin D in it. It has so much chemicals in milk that there is no vitamin D in milk.
No, it's all man-made stuff that they put in it. That's why it's making us so sick. And it's not what they say pasteurized. It has to be pasteurized. That's because you're putting chemicals in it.
Right. They
You're,
use it in cheese. I mean, the thing, first of all, any dairy product will make you retain mucus.
yeah.
So if you say, for instance, so if you have any type of respiratory problem, and you're eating cheese and you're drinking milk, anything dairy, but damn near everything has dairy in it.
Yes. Yes. Everything has milk in. And have you noticed how many people are now lactose intolerant? Every person you meet is either lactose intolerant or they're suffering from some type of extremity with gluten. Again, we're not eating natural foods like we were used to eating. We're not drinking the natural milks and dairy that we're used to drinking. I can literally remember milk used to being like, milk will only be good for like a week at its least, at its most. Now you have milk that's good for damn near a month. That's because all the chemicals and stuff that they've put in it, again, has made it bad for us and it's making us sick. Yeah, that free block cheese was surplus. Yeah. And that powdered milk, that was surplus. Because all you had to do is just add water or any liquid with it and you have quote unquote milk. Red pill? I know she has a delay. But yeah, it was all well, just like look at what we have now. What's going on with the baby formula problem that we have? Again, I've never been so happier not to have a baby at this point in time in my life. But it was so much formula. Okay, Ben's thinker dropped off. She might have had a poor connection. It's so many different chemicals that they put in that Similac and stuff like that. That all of these kids, and you know, some children actually died from meningitis fucking around with this Similac. They literally did die from it. All right, red pill back. Let's see. Boop. We got you back, red pill.
Well, this this guy broke down all of
You
the number,
breaking up.
and the lard was white, and that
Yeah.
used to be pig oil.
Yeah.
And Procter and Gamble figured out a way how to make it liquid. And he was saying to stay away from canola oil,
Yes.
stay away from vegetable oil, and if you use
Yes.
anything, use avocado oil.
Yes. I totally agree. Because have you even looked? See, me and my mother, we sit back and we cook and be doing all type of crazy stuff. Have you noticed the difference in lard? Like our grandparents and our great grandparents would use to cook with. How it turns white when it gets back, you know, if you didn't pull it out and let it dry and all, it turn white. This oil now, this vegetable oil and canola oil, after you cook with it and strain it, it doesn't turn white. It doesn't get that consistently like it's supposed to be, like those quote unquote good fat.
Well, actually, they bleached it.
Oh, that's what
They
it is. They
bleached the
bleached it.
lard to make it white. They,
Oh,
they bleached the lard to,
okay. I didn't know that, but still, it even when you cook with like natural lard, like Crisco or whatever, and you strain it and you put it back in a, you know, a different oil container and it cools down, it comes like a gel consistency versus corn oil and canola oil and vegetable oil, when it cooks down and it doesn't turn to that same consistency. I don't know if I'm making sense of what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? Oh, of course, the pharmaceutical companies, um, they absolutely are supplying this, and along with the government, of course. We know about the
Oh yeah, it's all a thing.
Tuskegee.
It's population control.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's population control, and it's control. Period. It's population control, and it's a certain population of controlling. Like I spoke about on my podcast, how the projects, how it's called the projects, how it actually was a project. It started out as a project to see how many people could you fit in a confined space and to see what happened. They did that. They had so many families in a confined space. Then they started taking the fathers out, telling the women that they could not have their husbands here or their children father here. It was only the women and children that were allowed there. Then what? Now, only way you can get money to even take care of yourself is if your husband or your child father is not here. That started taking fathers out of the homes. That started breaking up a lot of families. And now what do we have? A lot of broken homes, broken families, broken generations. Okay, we lost red pill. Should be back. It's all right. It's all good. But yeah, there are videos about pharmaceutical companies. The FDA who is trying to come for her. Oh yeah. Bill passed. Dandelion could only be purchased via. Well, of course. You're back, red pill. We got you. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it was such a
it's all good. They did pass a bill that dandelion could, but just like with the medical marijuana, it's okay for the government to have control over the medical marijuana, but when it goes to the what's that, CBD and all that, they can't control that because herbalists use that. They can't classify it because they can't control it. So now they're against it. They're trying to get so many laws passed to where, oh no, this has to be purchased through us and taxed. Again, it's control. The World Health Organization, yes. Well, those are the ones who actually own everything. The FDA, and they run it. Look at all these quote unquote jabs we had to take with the FDA. That the FDA wanted us to take. Some of us took it. I didn't. A lot of us didn't. Again, it's population control. And then you see all these people that have taken these out of range drugs. And a lot of these people are going for real crazy. Like it's insanity how far humanity has come to go insane. It's literally insanity. A red pill, she gonna log off and come back up. All right, red pill, it's all good, sis, all good. But no, these are things that we have to literally look at. Why is our food not good? Because the way it's made, genetically modified food. It's all GMOs. It's all not healthy. They do not preach about, yes, you should go out and get sun at a certain time. Yes, sunlight is vitamin D. That is to replenish you. That's why I go out, get my little sun when it ain't too hot out there trying to burn my ass. Give me some sunlight. Oh, and come on back in the house. Like, got enough of me. But again, these are things that they don't put in the mass media. These are things that they're not going to tell us. And these are things that are going to be affected due to the weather and everything that's going on. It's going to be affected. Because for one, weather we have no control over. Hell, we could barely control ourselves and we're humans. Look at how much violence is going on for no reason. Again, it seems like humanity is amping up, or something has been put in our food, our water, our drink to make us amp up and just do the most horrendous things. Book The Origin and the Destiny of a Man by Edgar Cayce. Oh yes, Edgar Cayce. He was a great prophecy. Oh yeah, he great prophesizer. He prophesized about the future, um, about certain things that we didn't know about the past. He actually prophesized and talked about it. Again, Nostradamus. He spoke about how the Third World War would happen. And again, you can't rule all this out because, you know, some of the shit that they were saying, like Edgar Cayce and Nostradamus, is actually coming to pass. It's literally coming to effect. Look at how much wars and rumors of wars we have. Look how many mothers are against their daughters. How many fathers are against their sons. How many parents are against their kids and how many kids are against their parents. It's literally almost like what they call Armageddon. And like my mother likes to say is, Armageddon is just not one thing. It means, for the world to see. And we are in the age of that. One little thing can happen and it can go worldwide. Look at George Floyd, his death. That incident happened in one place, but it literally went worldwide. It was for all to see. So, again, those are ideologies that, we speak about candidly in my household. Like, this is not nothing that's not heard of or not spoken about in my household. It's again, it's a lot that we don't know. It's a lot that's not told to us. And it's a lot that we have to learn and find out on our own, because a lot of people do know the information and don't want to share the information. Just like, again, I'm in Chicago. And you can literally look up your information on your own. Anything I say is something that you can be looked up, or I can tell you where to find it at. You can look up right now in Cook County. There are literally 55,000 abandoned homes in different communities across Chicago, Cook County area, Chicagoland, Cook County area. They're mostly on the west side and south side of Cook County. Okay. Those are 55,000 homes. Do you understand that we was actually to buy those places and fix them up, or at least renovate them? How many homeless people would not be on the street? How many homeless families would not be on the street? Instead of it being there for 30, 40 years and a woman gets assaulted in there and left in there for days, when this place should have been torn down. Again, we have the means. We even have the ideology to change it. But as humankind, are we going to change it? As humanity, are we going to change it? Literally 55,000 abandoned homes in the Chicagoland, Cook County area. That's 55,000 different places where 55,000 different families can live or more. Some of these places are buildings that house 2 and 3 families. They can be re-owned, refinanced, repurposed. And guess what? If the government even wanted to make money behind it, they could re-own it, repurpose, refinance it, and rent it out and still get their money back. Again, no one wants to help each other. No, it's all about greed and what you could get one up on another instead of helping one another. That's the problem that we're facing as humanity. We would rather sell fake food than grow real food. You would rather sell fake 3D made meat than to grow real food? That's ridiculous. It's literally insanity. It really is. So again, we just have to find a way for us that want better to actually do better and achieve better and be better, because a lot of people don't want the best. They just want to see the world burn in flames and not care. Again, the weather patterns that's going on should be something that we should hear about on front page news at least once a day. You will not hear anything about Tonga unless CNN, MSNBC, Fox, or one of those stations put it on. Other than that, you will not hear about it. And that's why you have to do your own research, do your own look and your own work, and you will see that, like, for real, it's this shit is serious. Like, it's a lot of stuff going on, and they put it right in our faces to where we think, oh, it's just entertainment, or oh, it's just a song, or it's just a book, or it's just imagination. No, it's not imagination. If motherfucker thought it's real enough. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. We will be back tomorrow around the same time, around 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to end this broadcast. Well, end all my broadcasts. If no one told you they love you, I do. I truly, truly do. And make sure you do better today than you did yesterday, and strive for a better tomorrow today. Okay? Thank you for watching. Please like, please share. Please open this discussion up to other people. These are topics and discussions that need to be spoken about. So, I think Red Pill was trying to get in. It disconnected. But we'll be back tomorrow around the same time, about 6:30. Again, it's Friday night, tomorrow night. So we'll see what else is cracking in the news and what's going on. But yeah, it's probably going to be a weekend to remember. Again, with all the violence that we're having, we'll just have to see. Again, thank you for listening. Thank you for liking. Please share. Please subscribe. And again, if no one told you they love you, I do. I truly do. Make sure you do better today than you did yesterday, and strive for a better tomorrow today. You are special. You are precious. You are blessed. Why? Because it's only one of you. Thank you for listening. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.